Welcome to another all new, all different Blamephable show. Let's go. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. In every life we have some trouble. But when you worry, it makes it double. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be happy. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
Station boys and girls, it's time for Blamephable and his amazing friends.
This is Phable from One Collection Down.
Yeah.
I started One Collection Down as a way to share my love for comics and pop culture. But I also started it so I could seek out like-minded people who love the things I loved. This community is everything. It's changed my life.
Blame Phable, blame Nick, blame the brother, that's Joe. Blame Stu for the jewels as we stick to the code. PCP on me, bad batch, this one's for the bros. And the ones that paid the way for everything that we know. Figgy Friday is a vibe, let me put you on game. Don't forget to throw your sets on Saturday with the gang. A lot of things to cover, remark if you're drawing a blank. Cover A's and variants, man, we one of the same. Gotta read between the lines, all the things we can handle. We should talk about art while we look through the panels. Wanna talk about smarts, are we taking the channel? Dr. Strange, Dr. Doom, how we holding the candle. Either way, the sorcerer supreme. Backlog bros, we do this for the team. Spread love, that's part of the regime. Every day is a movie, we just trying to beat the scene. Have discussions about the things that we seen. Real nice, but our comic game is mean. So come kick it with your boy, we got amazing friends. A call away, all you gotta do is station in. What a great event, stay tuned as we grow. And stick around to the next episode. To the next episode.
Station, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the all new, all different Blamephable show, man. I hope everybody has had a great week. It is Friday. Finally, we get to hang out and chill with our amazing friends. Guys, thank you for coming in, dropping by. Of course, this is the show where we go over the latest in pop culture news and topics. And I'm always joined by my friends from the PCP Army Bad Batch. So let's get them in. Let's get this show started. Everybody get your drinks. Everybody get your smoke. Get whatever you get good on. And let's have some fun tonight. First up, I'd like to bring out my homie, my brother, who killed it on the C3 Comics Curing Cancer special. My homie, Nick, Comic Culture. Steve.
Hello. Yeah, dude. What's up? Good to see you, brother.
What's good, brother? How are you? How was your week?
Oh, it was a long week, man. Recovering from that C3 show. That's for sure. That's for sure. But hey, the community came out big time, so we really, really appreciate that. What a heck of a turnout that was last week, man. So man. Excited to see what we saw and hang out with some good people and kick some ass, right? So glad to be back.
You did an incredible job, Nick. I just got to tell you, man. I can't thank you enough for including me on your show. even though it was my show. It was your show, so thank you. I appreciate
It
that.
took a village. It took a village for sure. But we made it. We did it, and I can't wait for next time.
Oh yeah. And Nick is already sent out or is in the process of sending out all the winners packages. Go ahead,
yeah, if you won something, everything's in the mail. So I've sent out everything I have. Nostalgic Addict, he donated some things too. All that stuff's in the mail as well. So if you won something, it's in the mail.
Yeah, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I'm getting my figures on Monday.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, man. Let's bring on our next co-host, the one and only Dr. Doom's fan club. Still.
Station, fellas. What's going on?
What up, Stu?
What is going on, my brother? How was your week,
doing?
Man?
It was all right, man. Ups and downs. Always glad to be here with y'all on a Friday night, though. How was y'all's week?
Shit, man. Work. Not working.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. But yeah, things are good though. Amazing. I'm glad we got the kickoff that we did with the FF trailer. The minute I saw that, I was excited to talk about it. So, hell yeah.
Always a pleasure having you, Stu. Thanks for coming by.
Of course, bro.
Hanging out with us tonight. All right, let's bring out our next co-host, man. Haven't seen him in a few weeks. Well, actually, like a month, man. Last time we saw this guy, but so happy he's here tonight to hang out with us, man. I'm talking about my brother, Scotty S-Farm 82 in the building.
What's up, fellas?
What up, bro?
What is up, Scotty? How are you, man?
I'm good. Coming off a week of being sick, but I'm feeling good today. I'm glad to be here with you guys. And also, I wanted to mention that I'm really proud of you guys. The money that you raised with the C3 thing, that's really awesome. Really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, no, that was an amazing show, bro. That show, we had the most people in our chat that we've ever had.
Yeah.
We have, I think it's either second or third, and the most views we've had this season on a replay tip. And I only have about 300 and some odd subs, and we had 200 and 30 or 40 views. So that's like a 2/3 of my subs. So when I see something like that, I'm incredibly, incredibly grateful to see something like that. So yeah, man, it was great. It was fantastic. All props to Nick Comic Culture, man. For sure.
Yeah, go Nick. Hell yeah, man.
Appreciate you.
Oh yeah. And lastly, man, let me just bring this gentleman out because he showed us how much of a master of the kazoo he is. Bringing us in with "Don't Worry, Be Happy." I'm talking about our brother, everybody's brother, Brother Joe.
Station.
Yeah, Station.
Ride, slippity slide, put the metal together, let's ride. Hey, I'm on a natural high, brother. I'm on a natural high.
I see.
Lord.
You're lucky I stopped in tonight. I was going to pass it off to Bobby De La Ghetto, but he said, no. Okay, shit.
You really feeling yourself, ain't you, Hollywood? You ain't won yet. Man.
Hit me with your best shot. Come on, baby. Hit me with your best shot.
I'm gonna wait till Monday to talk shit.
Yeah. I just hold both teams.
I don't trust the Eagles. Yeah.
That's tomorrow, right? The bowl?
Sunday,
man. Yeah, man. So Sunday at like 6:30 or something like that.
Oh my God.
Who cares?
I gotta put my I gotta put my back chats on mute, man. It's gonna be football crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
It's gonna be
awful.
ridiculous.
Nothing but Brother Joe emojis and hearts and all sorts of stuff.
I'm a football fan, but the back chat is crazy during the season. So I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna miss that so much on Sundays. Honestly.
Hey, don't tell these people how you beat me up in the back chat, please.
Oh please.
Don't tell them. Don't tell
Look,
them.
you play it all nice and humble out here, but you're a menace in the back chats.
He's a beast, right?
He is killing them with kindness. Like,
I love it. I love it when he's like, I don't know what the score is or whatever, but when he's like winning and it's got all the wins, and he's like, I don't know, gentlemen, I don't know if we're gonna make it this year. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
no. Give up the act.
Oh my God. Brother
I
Joe,
love you
thank you.
I love you so bad. I love you guys so bad.
Thank you for that awesome rendition of "Don't Worry, Be Happy." That was
Hell
awesome,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, man, that was great.
Laughing my ass off back there.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
that was
kazoo killed it.
that was dedicated to my mother. You guys know her as Irma Leon. Phable, you know her as Irma Leon. But that's my mother, and she said, "Let your talent show." So she handed me that kazoo and said, "Do something with it." And I said, "Okay, got you, Ma." And so I play with it every now and then. I have other instruments and stuff. I play with them and
Well,
do what
definitely
I
show
can
her the replay of this show. You have made her proud.
do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, gentlemen. Oh well, Brother Joe, how was your week? I didn't ask you.
Well, from riding, like I said, riding high, riding high.
Oh,
You know,
Lord.
we had a playoff game. Yes, we had the Royal Rumble. Yes. Now we're chilling out and waiting for Sunday. Yes. So in between times, and you see, if you know, you know my post. You know my post. I get scared. I get worried. I don't want to tell you all this shit, but do I brag if I'm proud, or do I keep it on the down low and tell the I'm like, come on,
See, this
gentlemen,
is that
come
this is
on.
that shit we're talking
Yeah.
about with you.
You brag, bro. You brag.
All right, gentlemen. Well, we're down a few Bad Batch guys. Taqi couldn't make it, unfortunately. Big Herm. Rockin' Robbie's out at MegaCon having the time
Yeah,
of
man.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
fuck that guy.
Jealous,
Hey.
man.
So jealous.
So
Hey,
jealous.
I was very disappointed Taqi couldn't make it, because if you had anything to say about our President Trump, I would love to hear what his
Good,
point of
Taqi.
view was. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'm gonna try not to be too political, even though we got to talk about some of the things
Yeah,
that's
probably.
going on, because
Yeah, we
it
could just turn
affects our
on
community.
everything else to get that. How about that?
But hey,
Interesting.
I do have a special surprise guest, y'all.
Oh.
Joining us tonight. Yeah, man. This is a gentleman that I've been trying to get on this show for the longest, maybe even a year, man. Good dude, awesome person in our community, and someone who, like, since I met him, has like supported me up and down, bro. Like every Figgy Friday, he's there. Every Throw Your Sets Up Saturday, he's there, man, and he's throwing up some awesome stuff. But you know how it is with schedules and things like that. Sometimes it's tough to get everybody on the same page. But he was free tonight, and I asked him to join us, and he is going to join us. So let us bring out our special surprise guest. I'm talking about the one and only Trev, the shipping guru.
Hey,
Oh, no shit.
yeah,
Trev, what up, bro?
with the ghost machine hat.
I'm gonna come in with the cheese.
Oh,
Come
damn.
on,
It was nice
Trev.
while it lasted, Trev.
Golly, man.
We got to
Yeah, it was nice while it lasted, buddy.
Yeah, get it out of here. Get it out of here.
I did not expect that.
He Trojan horsed us, man.
Yeah, he's wearing the ghost machine. He's like, I'm cool, don't worry. And then he brings
It's too
in the
much cheese
KC.
for the stream. Too much.
Points to a hat, though. Hell yeah.
Trev, man, so happy to finally share a streaming screen with you, my brother, man. Too long in the making, but you're finally here, my brother. How are you, and how was your week?
My week was great, man. It was pretty light, so at work, so I had a lot of time just to chill this week, kind of a week off. But
Nice.
really appreciate you having me on here. Love what you do. You're always front and center. My girl Tina, she knows you from way back, so you've been around for a long time. So
Yeah, it has been a long time. That's crazy. I think about it sometimes. I'm like, shit, 5 years doing this shit. Like, that's
Just a
insane,
minute,
bro.
Phable. Kev, I've talked to you for a long time, but never know what's your origin. Where the hell did you come from? Why do you love my Chiefs? Why do you love these Chiefs? Why?
Well, we
I
want
was
to know his
born-
origin. We don't want to know why he loves the Chiefs, brother.
That's the origin, no. I was born in Hayes, Kansas.
Hayes, ooh.
So I'm a Texas boy. I've lived here since I was 6, but roots are from Kansas. My entire family lives in Kansas, so
Nice.
I bleed red with the Chiefs.
Nice.
Trev,
Yeah.
my time
Agreed.
is up. You know, they only pay me by the minute. So you
Yeah.
take control of this show and you talk a lot of shit to him. We'll see you in the chat.
Thanks, bro, Joe.
Thank you,
Thanks,
brother
man.
Joe.
Go
Thank you, bro.
Chiefs!
This guy. Well, Trev, man, thanks again for joining us tonight, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, hopefully you have some fun with us tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff in the pop culture. A lot of stuff happened this week, you guys. You've been paying attention to your grams, to your socials. It was a little bit nuts this week with some of the stuff that's happened. So before we get into that stuff, though, as always, I like to say what up to our awesome, amazing chat. So first up, man, pulling double duty. S182 saying, let's go. Hey, shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And we got my big brother, my OG, John, Comics with Kids. He's in the
John.
building.
John?
Station, what is up? Also pulling double duty, Nick Comic Culture saying station to everybody in the chat. We got another double duty from Trev, the shipping guru, saying hello, everybody. Station, what is up, y'all? 62 Lefty Blues in the house saying we're here to blame Phable. Absolutely,
The best line moderator of all time. 62 right there, holding down the lines at Memphis Con.
There you go, 62 in the building. Station, my brother. I'm hoping you're having a great night tonight, my brother. Hell yeah. We got our big bro, the Godfather, Brian LCS in the building.
What up?
Station. What is going on, Brian, man? Thanks for hanging with us. Also pulling double duty, Dr. Doom's fan club, Station Gang, and happy Friday. Hell yeah. We got my bro, Spider Web, Joe Medina in the building saying, hey, Station, what is going on? We got our sisters from the other misters, Melanin and Manga, in the building saying, Station, y'all have fun. Love y'all. Nice. Station. Thanks for stopping by. We got the man who helped us help donate some stuff to the cause last week. Nostalgic Addicts is in the house. Hey, shit, what is going on, man?
Thanks so much, man.
Oh, yeah. Always appreciate that. We got our brother, 9 Panel Grid in the building. Eric Station. What is going on, Eric? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We got the homie, Simpleton DC in the building.
What up, bro?
Simpleton. Everybody go check out Simpleton, man. He does something amazing, which I think a lot of us, it's like a lost art what he does. He creates books from scratch, y'all. Like he takes comic books and binds them and makes hardcover books out of them. Amazing work.
He makes the impossible look possible.
Crazy designs, like the whole nine. It's nuts.
And he's always like testing like materials and binding techniques and he's documenting it all on his Instagram. So if you're interested, man, it's just an interesting thing. Go check Simpleton DC out on freaking Instagram, man. He's awesome. Station, my brother. Thanks for joining us. Who else we got in the building? I think that's about it. Of course, Brother Joe saying, I love you so much, Station. Station. Simpleton saying, you're making me blush. It's true, bro. It's true.
Yeah, bro.
It's true. When somebody does something truly unique, it must be, said. It must be shown because, it's a lost art. I really do believe it's a lost art. You're doing something very unique in the community. And one day, hopefully, in the future, I get to own one of your books that you made. Even if I have to send you something to bind for me, that'd be awesome, bro. Oh, yeah. I got some extra copies of House of X and Powers of X, so I'm putting it out right now. That would be freaking.
Ooh, that would be a dope one.
Yeah, it would.
Brother. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. So let's get right into it. Of course, we cover pop culture news. So let's get to our first topic here. Let me just play a little intro. All right. Fantastic Four. First steps, man. Finally dropped a trailer this week. I believe it was a Wednesday, right? New Comic Book Day. They dropped that thing.
I think so.
Yeah, it was the other day. Yep.
Yeah. So in this trailer, we finally get a look at a few things. First up, we get a look at the Baxter Building, guys. I don't know if anybody they shown this thing before. If this is the first time, but they showed the Baxter Building off.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
They also showed off the Ben Grimm, who everybody's been wondering how he's gonna look, right? And also Herbie, man, Herbie the
dude,
little robot.
Cool.
Like, now, correct me if I'm wrong, everybody. I know you guys know more than me. This robot did not debut in comics, right? He's like the first like cartoon thing, and then came out in the comics. Am I right or wrong on that?
That's a good question. I think you might be right. I think he might have showed up in that animated series back in the day.
I know he was some,
and been a part of that, and then got integrated into the canon. I don't know.
Into the comics, right?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, y'all.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you know if Herbie was first introduced in the comics or the cartoon. I'm thinking the cartoon. You guys let me know. We also presumably get a look at the spacecraft, the Marvel 1, that sends the Fantastic Four into space when they get their powers. So this was an awesome look right here at the rocket. We also see Ben Grimm walking down what I presume is Yancey Street in his classic street clothes, man. This is like ripped right out of the comics. Jack Kirby will be proud of this image right here.
Mm-hmm.
And we also see Johnny Storm and Sue Storm using their powers in the trailer, which is freaking amazing. And we also see like some sort of threat coming out of the sky, right? Like they're looking up at the sky and there's like some weird freaking meteors coming out of the sky. I don't know what the hell that is, but something's happening there. We also see like this cool 60s style roadster, which is like, I don't know if this is the Fantastic car.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Right? Because like the Fantastic car is a little more boxy, isn't it? Or am I crazy?
It is.
In different versions it is, but it's also like I kind of like. I'm assuming that's what this is, and I loved it. Yeah.
No, it looks awesome. We see a single shot of actor John Malkovich, which everybody's.
Wait a minute. How'd that get in there? Sorry.
Brojo, you tuning in, Brojo?
Keep going, Phable. Yeah, John Malkovich. Yeah.
Visually, he appears to be an obscure Fantastic Four villain named Ivan Kragoff, aka the Red Ghost, a Russian scientist who combats the Fantastic Four with a trio of mutates known as the Super Apes. If you know your Fantastic Four, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what that is. I had to look that up.
Yeah.
I thought I knew my Fantastic Four. I had no idea who that was.
But it's not known if that's him, but that's what everybody's saying he is. So
it's a good guess.
We get a glimpse of Galactus, man.
Yeah.
It seems to be based on the classic Jack Kirby designs.
Looks so good.
Freaking awesome.
Look at the back of the helmet. Just the back of the helmet alone. Like the detail on the I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm real excited.
And then we end the trailer with the shot of the Fantastic Four in costume, homaging the famous debut of the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show back in 1964, man. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this is definitely a homage to the Beatles right here.
Oh, arrows and everything. Yeah.
Fantastic Four First Steps releases July 25th, 2025. So just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on the trailer overall. Did you like the trailer? Are you less or more excited about this thing? And thoughts on the Thing's look, because that seems to be the talk of the town this week. Is do you like the Thing, the way he looks? Do you think it's off? Whatever you think. What do you think about the trailer? Are you excited? And the Thing. And this one I'm going to go round table. So I'll start off with my brother Nick, Comic Culture. Nick, what did you think about this trailer?
It gave us a lot for a first trailer, to be honest with you. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot of narration, usage of powers. I wasn't expecting to see Galactus, in this first trailer, right? So that was really cool to see all that. I liked the vibe of it. I wasn't completely sold on the actors and actresses that were chosen for the roles, but like we'll see. We got to see more about how they play into the characters to figure that out. Baxter Building looks just like the Avengers Tower in a way. I think that's a clear comparison right there. I like Ben Grimm's look. A lot of people are trashing the CGI. Guys, it's just so hard to make that look work.
On. Seriously.
Yeah. But I like, if you do side by sides with Kirby's stuff in this, it's damn close, man. It is so close to being like comic book accurate. And I mean, we've done practical, we've done CGI, and I mean, I enjoy it. It's going to be good. I was kind of taken aback at first, but after a couple watches, I'm like, all right, I'm on board. Never mind. I'm really digging it. The trailer does show you a lot of different things. I don't think it showed us. I don't think it's going to necessarily focus on an origin story. That might touch base on that in the movie itself, but I kind of like the idea of this Fantastic Four being an established hero team in this universe already, and they're well known, and they're taking on threats, and people are celebrating their existence and things like that. I think there's a great, heartbreaking, tragic story that could come out of that, which is the reason why they get mixed into our universe as well, our multiverse as well. So I think that's going to be really cool. Great showcase of powers, probably some flashback scenes, classic Ben Grimm moments right here. It's just going to be really, really fun to see, how they can mix all these different universes together and make it all work. And yeah, I actually I dug it. I dug it a lot.
What did you think about Alan being on the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, I think he's great. Well, he's the most valuable Fantastic Four guy. So yeah, for sure. But man, like Galactus, dude, like that was such a cool thing. A lot of people are just like, why is he so small? Isn't he supposed to be huge? I'm like, he can shrink his size, guys. He can, he can manipulate that based on what he needs to do. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see how they bring it all together.
Absolutely. Everybody in the chat also, man, what were your thoughts on this trailer? Stu, I know you're pretty much a Dr. Doom fan, I think.
Yeah, just a little.
Based on your name. So what did you think about this trailer, my brother?
Yeah, man, I second, everything that Nick said. I'm really excited for it. I thought they nailed the look. Just like the whole vibe of it feels very of the WandaVision kind of like that 60s vibe, and I think Homeboy who did that is also involved in this one. So I think that's what they're definitely going for. I second what Nick said about the tragedy, because this seems like they're going for an alternate universe type of thing, and their entrance into the MCU could be Galactus consuming this world, or like them losing some horrific battle for Earth here, and this Earth could get consumed, or I don't know. I think there's a lot of possibilities to play with there, but I love how it's kind of like separate in its own thing, and it needs to be that. I think they need to kind of reestablish themselves in the MCU and have a movie that can just kind of stand on its own and not have to weave 1,000 different storylines and pull characters from this and that and the third. I think this is a good just artistic expression type of movie, and that's really what they need right now, especially going up against Superman in the same month. So I think all the whole look of it was dope. The Baxter Building, the Fantastic Car, Herbie, I was a little on the fence about Thing, but Thing has grown on me. And the thing I loved, like Nick said, that this monster scene we got with him, the classic like trench coat shot, dude. And with the dialogue they gave us with Sue and Reed back and forth about the family and all that, it felt like they had a really good foundational grasp of this family and what they want to do with it. So I'm really excited. It got me super pumped. And yeah, I thought, dude, like however you might feel about the CGI, I thought he looked great when he was running and in action, and I just can't wait to see how they pair, that actor and his voice and all that melancholy he can bring to a character into Ben Grimm. So yeah, I don't know. Like this casting was so weird. I was talking about this on Wednesday with E, because it's like this was like the internet picked this for us, and it was the casting for the longest time. I don't know if y'all remember that. So when it got confirmed, it was kind of like weird, you know, it didn't feel real almost. But the way this is kind of like just grown in momentum to me, to like something I was mad hesitant about at first and very wary of, to now I'm like, man, it seems like they really got this right, or they really got the look right at least. I'm super excited. So yeah, can't wait.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. I can't agree with you more. Scotty, what did you think about this trailer, brother? Are you a Fantastic Four fan, by the way?
Oh yeah, man, for sure. I don't really know what more I could add. Nick and Stu said it pretty well. I'm excited for it, man. I think it looks good. I like the look of Ben Grimm, the Thing. I think that he looks pretty good. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm already developing theories in my head. Are we going to see Franklin Richards? Do you guys think that we'll see Franklin?
Ooh. Maybe not the character as of yet, but you never know. It might end with her saying, "Reed, I'm pregnant," and then the credits start rolling.
I've already got theories. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Trev, man, what'd you think, brother?
Pretty much what everybody said. It looks great. I like how they're doing the multiverse approach to it. They're not trying to shoehorn it in the same universe. The only negatives I would say is I didn't quite like Pedro's line delivery. I'm not a fan of the casting as much, but besides that, I love how they're doing like a period piece, and then they're going to use the multiverse to kind of bring them into the fold.
Oh yeah,
Trev. There was a couple different ways they could have went, right? It was like everyone was trying to think about like, okay, what if in our main Marvel MCU they had this team? It was a covert team. They sent them to space. They got trapped in the negative zone and things like that. Maybe that's where they are, and then they find a way to come back, and now it's present day. Or there's a multiverse spin, and I kind of dig the multiverse spin a little bit better. To your point, I'm like, I think I like that one better after I had time to sit on that for a little bit.
It makes you think that they're going to try to, or shove Galactus into a different universe, but I don't know who said it first, but I like the idea of them surviving and Galactus just destroying this whole universe.
I want their world to get wiped out. They have to come over and Reed turns bad. And Reed goes bad. And Doom's all part of this. Their Iron Man becomes Doom because of the tragedy and all the Scotty, I'm with you, man. I got all these different theories in my head, like what could possibly happen here, and all these different characters and everything. It's just
Sue has a baby with Doom. That would be great.
Oh my god! Wait! Not Doom. What's the guy who played Namor?
Namor, yeah, there you go. He's already established.
Because you got to think like, would Galactus be coming to Earth for Franklin if Franklin is in the movie?
Why would he be coming for Franklin? He would be coming to consume the planet.
Because
that would be.
Doesn't he just have power though? Like,
isn't that recreate his universe?
No, that's a good theory.
Isn't Doom supposed to be in this
universes? That's his thing.
I don't know.
Well, I gotta agree with Stu. I like the point he made that I like that this movie seems to be its own thing, and it needs to be its own thing. It can't be too intertwined with everything else just yet. I like the style. I like that they went right after Kirby's version of the Fantastic Four with their looks and stuff like that. I think the Thing looks fantastic, actually. I don't know how anybody has a problem with him. He looks like he's ripped straight out of the comic books, straight out. And the CG, I think, looks fantastic. Herbie looks great. I love that little tape thing he's got going for eyes.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a nice little design touch. As well as the Fantastic car, man. It looks great, man. I would want this car.
It's got like a Jetsons vibe, right?
Yeah.
It's old yet futuristic at the same time.
Yeah,
so I love the vibe. Yeah.
I'm also intrigued by what they didn't show, right? Two major things, and people were talking about this also. Was Reed Richards. We didn't see him stretch at all.
Yeah,
we saw everybody
else's power. Yeah.
Except Reed Richards. And we did not see the Silver Surfer, who we know is in this movie. Unlike Doom, we know that Silver Surfer's in this, and it's a lady Silver Surfer.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just saw a trailer where it showed her.
Oh, yeah?
That's
yeah.
fake. It's got to be fake. Yeah.
It's got to be fake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Right.
they haven't showed her yet, so I'm really intrigued about those aspects of it. And Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, right? Like they made such a big deal out of that.
Yeah.
So does he show up in this one? What's the deal with that? I guess we'll find out. But yeah, man, this thing drops. I said it before. It drops the 25th, so the end of July. Cannot wait for it, bro. Cannot wait for it. Only because, I love the Fantastic Four. I really do. But you guys know me, man. I love the freaking X-Men. So I need this to go well so we could bring in my X-Men, man. And I hope they give the X-Men the same treatment and straight out the comic book rips that they doing with this one. So yeah. Let me go to the chat, see what the everybody in the chat's saying. Simpleton saying it'll happen. Simpleton. Oh yeah, my brother. Oh yeah, I'd be honored. He said, just don't tell Nick. Talking about binding the book.
All right now.
Hey now. And Stu saying, hold on now. See what I'm saying?
Now we're fighting. See what you did.
You just tried to show him some love on air so you can get in line in front of us, bro. That's what
yeah.
I'm working some books out of my system, but you and Nick are next to. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Herbie first was in the 1978 cartoon, then in the comics a year later. Thanks, Google. Oh yeah, I knew he was in the cartoon first. Hey, our brother Taqi is in the building.
What up, bro?
Station, how are you? Hopefully Nick has some Haley picks too.
Give me a second. Hawkeye, take care of you. I got some Hawkeye picks. Yeah.
What era is FF based on? I'm thinking the 60s, my brother, because they're showing the Beatles homage here, and the way the car looks and stuff like that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm thinking the 60s. Brian's saying he likes the look of it. We didn't see Reed's powers. I hope they get that right. Absolutely, man. That has to look good.
I think they got it. They kind of tested it with John Krasinski, right? So they got it. He had a moment or two where he had some powers, and not a lot of people complained about those, from what I remember. So I think they were kind of testing, like, okay, what could we get away with, and how can we make it look cool? And then we'll see early fan reception about what that's going to look like.
Oh yeah.
So that might be what they're doing too.
We got our brother John Stout in the house. I haven't seen John Stout in a minute. Station, what is going on, John? How are you, my brother?
What up, John?
Oh yeah. Hey, Dark Fizzo is in the building. Hell yeah, Dark Fizzo Station. Saying, I'm excited for the Fantastic Four. Not enough footage to tell yet, but definitely has good feels. Yeah. Hell yeah. 9-panel grid saying, Ben Grimm looks dope. Every movie has done his look justice in different ways. Right. I don't agree with you, 9-panel grid. Those first 3 iterations did not look good to me. Of course, I can't blame that low budget Fantastic Four movie. He looks absolutely atrocious in that movie, but that's a low budget. The Chickless, that was his name, Chickless, the actor for the first one, the album one.
The album, yeah.
He looked okay. But then the one after him, I thought looked bad too. This is by far the best Ben Grimm, in my opinion. Oh yeah. Everybody's saying what up. I bet Franklin Richards is in the movie. Too good of a way to get them to another dimension universe, just like Heroes Were Born in the comics.
What you said.
There you go.
Oh, Heroes Were Born's a mess. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good theory. Phil's Treehouse in the house. Phil's. Vanessa Kirby never returns my calls.
No.
Oh man, he's saying hi, Brian. Loving you. Yeah, man, Brian is living it up out there, man. Absolutely. I made 2 Phable shows in a row. Thank you, Dark Fizzo. Hell yeah. Didn't Kirby took the place of Thing? Yes, I think he is based on himself, right? Like it's a drawing of him, I guess. I'm pretty sure you're right about that.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Put a cigar in his mouth. We'll see.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Let's move on to our next topic here. Another trailer hit us, man. Jurassic World Rebirth trailer dropped. yesterday, right? Am I crazy? Was it Thursday?
So yesterday
Or was it
morning,
Wednesday as well?
it was the day after. I think.
This one is being directed by Gareth Edwards. You may know him from Godzilla or Rogue One. And it's being written by the original writer of the Jurassic Park movie, man, the first Jurassic Park. So that's an awesome combo right there, not for nothing. In this trailer, we get introduced to our 3 new main characters. Zora Bennett, played by Scarlett Johansson. Dr. Henry Loomis, played by Jonathan Bailey. And Duncan Kincaid, played by Mahershala Ali. We're told that they have to go to a forbidden island because a pharmaceutical company wants the DNA of the 3 largest dinosaurs of the land, sea, and air. We learn the island also houses the first research facility for the original Jurassic Park and all the now mutated failed attempts at dinosaurs that didn't work for the planned attraction, which we get some nice little shots here. We hear Henry say, these dinosaurs were too dangerous for the original park, and the worst of the worst were left here. We see several returning dinosaurs and some new ones, including this one. This one's called the Titanosaurus, new dinosaur in a scene reminiscent of the original Jurassic Park, right? Remember the original when they look up and they see the Brontosaurus? This is kind of like a homage to that. We see one called the Quetzalcoatlus, which I cannot pronounce for the life of me, but it is the largest flying dinosaur, and it is returning from 2022's Jurassic Park Dominion. So that dinosaur was in there before. Of course, we got Velociraptors and the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Those are mainstays of the Jurassic Park franchise. We get the Dilophosaurus, this guy right here, who also returns from the original Jurassic Park movie. One of the best scenes in the original Jurassic Park movie was this one. Yep. We get the Spinosaurus, who returns from Jurassic Park 3. That's this guy right here. We get the Mosasaurus. I think I said that right. Which is its 4th appearance in the franchise, starting with Jurassic World, which is the second Jurassic Park. And finally, we see a new hybrid creature right here. We're seeing him right here, which seems to be like a crossover between a Star Wars Rancor and a xenomorph that can walk upright.
I thought the same damn thing.
Jurassic
Got the
Park.
bone in his mouth right now. It's right there.
Jurassic World releases July 2nd, 2025. So, guys, man, again, overall thoughts on this trailer. And I also want to know, are you into Jurassic Park? Like, are you into this franchise? And your thoughts on the hybrids look, right? Because, like, we were thinking about things look in Fantastic Four. What do you think about this new hybrid creature? And I'm going to start with the biggest Jurassic Park fan I know, Nick Comic Culture. What were your thoughts? Jurassic World, man.
You know what? One of my showing my age a little bit. What for good or bad? One of my earliest memories was going to see Jurassic Park in the theater with my brother, and I can't remember how old was I? I was probably like 9 or something like that. And it was it's a memory that's imprinted in my brain forever. Like, I'll always remember that time, and I've been a huge fan ever since. Yeah. I still have all my toys from when I was a kid. Like, I don't have a lot for my childhood toy wise, but I have my compound. I have all my original dinosaurs. I have all that stuff. Love Jurassic Park and everything. Been disappointed with a lot of the remakes and everything. There's some things that are good about them, but I can't help but feel that any reason they give us is not going to be a good enough reason to go back to the park. So whenever I hear like, oh, it's a pharmaceutical thing, I'm like, of course it's a pharmaceutical thing. Like, you got to get back to the island somehow. And so, you know, so what can you do differently going back to the island? It's going to be, everything's okay. Isn't everything great? And then there's the running and the yelling and the screaming, right? The old Malcolm bit. So it's like, I don't know what they can show us that we really haven't seen before in some variation. And I want to know from you guys, are you tired of like the mutated dinosaurs? We already did that in a couple of them.
I am so
like, we had the all natural as much as we could in the first one. and then the second one maybe, but then after that they started talking about mutated dinosaurs and they started increasing the threat level and everything, and I'm like, all right, I don't know, man. So I'm looking at this and I don't see anything new. I just see more of the same, to be honest. We're going back to the island. We've done that like 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
We're fighting mutated dinosaurs. We already done that.
What did you think of the Rancorosaurus Rex?
What? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I don't know, man. I'll watch the movie because I'm just such a big fan of the franchise in general. But like, I don't know what they can do to really hook me in. You know, at this point, they could switch up the actors. They put Scarlett Johansson there because she's, you know, well known. We'll see what that character does. But I don't know. I really want to love this movie, but I'm a little bit hesitant and not super excited, but I'm definitely going to see it. So,
yeah, absolutely. Stu, you look like you were super excited for this movie, man.
No, this is garbage. This is garbage, bro. Hot garbage. And it's like, hey, we're completely out of ideas. What are we gonna do? We're gonna throw them on the island that nobody that the worst convicts are like on. You know what I mean? This is all the worst of the worst.
These
and
are
not
the
only that,
in Australia.
Yeah, exactly. Not only that, we're gonna make them go land and air and sea. Like they're gonna have to give me a fucking break. And it's like I was so disappointed to see both Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali in this, man. Shame on both of them. I know they're getting a check, but God almighty. Like, really, bro? You're the local guide who... Why does nobody go there? Because they're fucking all idiots. Like, oh, man. It was just like eye roll after eye roll for me. I want no parts of it. It's like, hang it up. Hang it up. What are we even doing anymore?
Wow.
Yeah. Stu's gonna watch it the first night it comes on streaming, I guarantee it.
For sure.
That's fun, man. Scotty, are you a Jurassic Park fan? What did you think of this trailer, my brother?
No, I'm not a big Jurassic Park fan. Dinosaurs are cool. I love dinosaurs. They're awesome. But no, man, like movies are expensive. That to go to the movies, it costs a lot of money. So like I'm pretty selective over movies that I will go and see. So it's typically going to be an original movie. I don't know, man. This has been done. Like Nick and Stu were saying, it's been done too many times. They would really have to put an original spin on it, which I don't know what they could possibly do at this point.
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
It's so ridiculous. I love how Scarlett Johansson, like they're going back to the worst dino island there is, and Scarlett Johansson's I'll keep you alive. It's just her and a machine gun. What are we
doing? No, but I agree with you, Scotty. I love dinosaurs. I think every little boy loves dinosaurs. But Trev, are you a fan of the dinosaurs?
I am. I mean, like everybody said, it's kind of a rehash, but it's a new cast and kind of like Mad Max. I mean, I'll go see any Jurassic Park movie, so
sure,
I'll be there. Just because it's fun. It's just a fun action movie.
There you go.
Not looking for it to be deep.
True. Very true.
The other thing, Stu, I'm going to jump on your bandwagon. They keep bringing raptors back. And it's like we've done the raptor thing over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Like, God,
it's not even
the coolest dinosaur, though.
It is the coolest dinosaur. I've seen it in 5 fucking movies. I know it's the coolest dinosaur. So it's like, guys, we know the raptors are fun.
Why don't if they're mutating everything else, mutate the raptors. Now they can fly like for short distances.
Are they gonna put feathers on them and make them like
they can turn invisible?
Oh shit. Nobody had a comment on the Rankosaurus Rex, man. Anybody excited for this new creature?
The Rankosaurus Rex? Where's that one? Oh yeah. Oh, the Rancor. Yeah. Dude, I thought it was a gorilla at first, man. Like,
that's weird.
You know what I mean? It looks like it's leaned over with its arms down, you know?
It is Gareth Edwards. He did do Godzilla, so I think he's bringing some of that kaiju flavor over to this movie. But I gotta echo everything you guys said. Nick, I'm right there with you. I was there, 1993, in the freaking movie theater, and the first time where it was like, "Welcome to Jurassic Park," and you see the goddamn Brontosaurus and the noise and the music. I was so floored
Yeah.
what Steven
Such a
Spielberg,
moment, dude.
achieved with that movie. But you know what it is for me? We've seen it before, right? Like, okay, like we've seen every CG goddamn thing that you could do with CG. So CG and dinosaurs isn't the most special thing in the world. But I'm also with Trev, where it's like, yeah, but it's big dumb fun. There's got to be some cool action sequences. Scarlett Johansson, I mean, any excuse to see Scarlett Johansson. I don't know about you guys, but hello, nurse. And you know, since they brought Wesley Snipes back, Mahershala Ali was like, "Fuck this shit." I'm
I'm taking Universal's money. Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna go over to Jurassic Park and hang out over there. So
you know what? You know what else I hate? I hate when they in the trailer or in any movies, a sequel, especially in a multi-sequel, is when they do the exact same scene over again. So we're seeing dude here with the flares.
Yeah.
Hey, with the flares and everything. I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. And then they show the raptor like walking and they show just the foot underneath the counter and it's like click, click, click. It's like, don't do that. We've already done it. Yeah.
I can't get Scarlett Johansson to stop.
Phil, you're beating him off with a stick, bro.
God, you know, with Phil, I would totally believe it, bro. Like, I would not doubt it.
Maybe they're trying to just reuse stuff to get new audience.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I can see children still being amazed by this kind of stuff. Dinosaurs. I don't know a kid that doesn't like that. Every time I go to Target, guys, I see Jurassic Park toys all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The Transformers are gone. The goddamn Marvel Legends I can't find. But Jurassic Park and Godzilla all the time. I find that stuff. They stock up on that stuff. Kids love dinosaurs. So yeah, man, I agree. It's probably what do we call it? Giant. What do we call it? It was a word we used. No, not pile.
I thought you were saying one big pile of shit.
No. Ginormous splendor or something. We had a word for this kind of movie, man. A saying. I forgot it. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out, but when it comes on streaming, because like Stu said, the movies cost a lot of money, guys.
Oh, that's Scotty. Yeah, but yeah, they do. They do. Like you gotta.
Absolutely. Let's see. Phil said, "What if they put zombies on the island?" Hey, yo.
There you go. That might be interesting.
I'm actually curious if this is Scarlett Johansson's biggest payday.
You know what? Probably, because Marvel screwed that girl over. They really did.
Oh,
Dino-sized horseflies. Yo, that would be dope. Like huge insects. Yeah, that would be kind of scary because that scared the crap out of me. Hey, Beckerman is in the building. Kansas brother right here. Hell yeah. How are you? Let's see. This movie is straight up just an excuse to play that John Williams theme again.
Yeah.
There it goes. Gigantic, moronic splendor. That's what this movie is.
There you go.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Let's get on to our next topic here. And this one is like really serious, guys. U.S. and Canada tariffs delayed for at least 30 days. So if you know what's going on, Donald Trump proposed a bunch of tariffs to try to, I guess, bring some sort of manufacturing or bring some sort of stuff back home by threatening other countries and putting tariffs on imported goods. And that was supposed to happen this week. Starting with Canada, I guess, by putting a 25% tariff on Canadian goods and services. Well, Donald Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau both confirmed that the pending tariff war has been on pause for at least 30 days after they had a conversation. Like I said, as everyone's aware, 25% tariff on Canadian imported goods was set to start this week, and this could have caused an increase in the cost of paper goods, especially comics, as most American comic books are printed in Canada. because of Canada's paper stock being cheaper. They have an abundance of timber forests. I don't know if you know any of that stuff. And they have an expertise in printing and paper mills that I guess we lack over here. This would essentially make already expensive comic books even more expensive almost overnight, as comic book stores are not obligated to charge the cover price for comics. If they have to pay 25% more, guess who's going to pay 25% more? You will.
Yeah.
Which can essentially mean a dramatic downturn in business due to many collectors being priced out of the hobby. Printing cannot be shifted to America because everybody's first thought is, well, let's bring it over here. And the reason you can't bring it over here is because, one, it already is more expensive than what they charge in Canada. And if they increase demand over here, the prices are going to go up anyway. So they're already more expensive, and they'll go up even more if they're more in demand. And then on top of that, we don't know if they could even handle the amount of printing they would need to do to handle the Marvels and the DCs on a weekly basis. So that's another thing that we're not even aware if our printing presses could handle the demand if they were to shift over here. The tariff could also cause massive delays due to increased government activity at the U.S.-Canadian border. So that's another thing that may happen if these tariffs go in, because, you know, Trump is building up the borders, and Canada is one of those borders, and anything imported, especially at a 25% tariff, they're going to be on top of that stuff. So that can cause delays. But a bit of positive news is that a Canadian printing company, Transcontinental Inc., responsible for printing most American comics, which I did not know that. I heard they are responsible for printing 90% of American comic books.
Wow.
That's insane. He said that it responsible for printing American comics has said that it would cover the price increase of printing for at least 90 days if the tariff does go through, which is helpful, but of course only temporary. And while this is a noble gesture, you could only surmise that they are doing this because the loss of business due to publishers potentially scaling down would be catastrophic to their business, right? So like they offered to pay for 90 days of tariffs, but you know, it looks like they're doing us a service, but it's actually because comic books would have to scale down and they'd lose a lot of business, right? So this is like a business move. It's important to note that they are proposing this despite being owed $250 million by Diamond Comics Distribution for printing the previews catalog, which is a whole other subject, right? Like Diamond owes them $250 million for
Wow.
previews.
Well, they just forget about that. Yeah.
So the physical comic book industry is in mortal danger, I believe, whether it be from a dramatic increase in prices, massive delays in product, comic book shops or publishers potentially going out of business. We may be in the midst of witnessing the collapse of physical comics as we know it. So guys, I don't know if you've been up on this news, but I want your thoughts on whether you think this tariff would actually go through. And if it does go through, will you be decreasing your pull list? Will you be priced out of this thing a little bit? And your overall thoughts on tariffs. Now, when it comes to that, you don't have to get political. You don't have to say whether, you know, you go for this guy, you don't go for this guy. You got to remember one thing about tariffs in this case is that it affects us more than it affects the general population, right? Because when it comes to paper, most people are doing things digitally anyway. So this is something that's affecting our hobby, which isn't like, it's a small thing. It's a niche thing. But, you know, an increase is an increase. So guys, what do you think about this tariffs? Trev, I'm going to start with you.
Well, not to get too political, but I think he's using the tariffs as a way to get some stuff changed as far as it being in one favor for too long. So he's trying to get that changed. I don't think that it'll actually go through. I think that they'll figure it all out before that.
Yeah,
pretty much all.
I think you're right.
Will this affect your pull list at all? Let's say they do go through.
No, actually, I think there's too many, especially from the big two. I think there's too many titles, so they could use to cut some titles, and it won't affect my pull list because I don't have a very large pull list.
Yeah,
amen. Though
that's a good point. Like, I wonder if it would force publishers to prioritize certain things, because what's like 25% on $5? It's over $1, right? So those $4.99 books become $5.50 or whatever, or $6.50 or whatever. So yeah, that's a lot, man. You pretty much lose all your store discount. You're going back to cover price. If you have any store discount, that's really good. You know, what's a great store discount? 20, 25? You know what I mean? Like most is 10, 15 maybe. 20, 25 is like, you better have a good relationship and keep it up. So yeah, that sucks.
Oh yeah. Scotty, man, what do you think about this whole situation? Do you think these things are going to go through? And if they do, will it affect your pull list?
I mean, yeah, it certainly would. If I hope not. I mean, I hope not. But if it does, yeah, I would have to make adjustments and adjust to that. I'm not really well equipped enough information wise to make a good to give you my opinion on it, honestly. But yeah, I would have to make adjustments if things went up. Obviously, things are tight as it is.
I agree with you totally, man. They were already getting expensive. If you're pulling 15 books, I don't know what 15 books the average is, but you got to add $15-$16 to that. If you're adding $1 to each book, right? So
yeah,
if you're spending $80, prepare to spend $100, which can make or break some people. Stu, what do you think about this this tariff thing, and do you think it'll go through, and is it going to affect your pull list?
I mean, I hope not. It's not going to affect my pull list that much, honestly. But yeah, I hope it doesn't go through, man. Like you said, we got a lot of adverse circumstances kind of affecting the industry right now, and it's tenuous time. So I don't know. I hope for the sake of the local shops, for me and for everybody else, that we kind of weather the storm as soon as possible and get through it. But yeah, man, I don't know. In a world that's increasingly moving to digital, and where paper is kind of becoming a thing of the past, it makes you worry about getting swept under the rug and kind of becoming a victim to change in circumstances that you can't help or control. So I don't know. I think like at some point in time, it's just going to be, will comic shops just be like places where you can just get back issues? Like there's no new, everything new is digital, or, there's very few printed things being published. But I don't know. I guess we're going to get to Lunar soon enough, right? But I don't know. It's been, I think, worst of all, we've gone from such a robust time for small publishers to like now with so many of them fighting to kind of get a spot and still be able to secure their books being on the shelf. So that to me has been, one of the worst parts about all this, because it was really great to see a lot of these small guys winning and putting great books out and being able to touch corners of the community that they might not have been able to otherwise. And the fact that, they're kind of getting pushed out without a chance to connect. And I agree with what Trev did, man. Like what Trev said about the big two and how like the plethora of titles, and it's just too much. They have way too much I think we could use a whole lot less of that and a whole lot more of great indie titles. So to hear that, it's the little guys who are going to be suffering the most sucks. So yeah, I hope, again, like Trev said, it's just a negotiating tactic, and we don't see anything really go in, because I was talking to my guy at the LCS. He said it could just be immediate, the reaction, and prices
it's
are up.
overnight.
And,
It's overnight, dude. They said, I was reading an article where they said if this would have went through this week's comics are already in the mail, so it's not going to affect this week. But come the 14th, you definitely would have seen the change immediately. So it's like it's so fast, it's crazy. I've never seen anything move this quick. But yeah, Nick, man, what are your thoughts on this tariff thing, and will it affect your pull list, man?
I've been shrink. I'm in a very fortunate position, but I think that as far as like access to books, but if this goes into place, like that will be gone. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it would certainly affect all of us for sure. I mean, despite poll list size, I mean, even if you're getting just a few books, you're going to notice it over time. But I don't know. I'm wondering, like Stu brought up a good point about digital. and I'm in a position where like switching to digital wouldn't be that painful, to be honest with you. I would miss the physical comics. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like how used to digital comics I am at this point. Like it would just be business as usual. But I would certainly miss the physical side. And so if that were to happen, shops got to diversify even more than they already diversify now. And they would stop getting that $1.50 per book or whatever they're getting right now from the poll list sales. So like that would be detrimental to the shops. So like us fans, I mean, like if the shops go under and physical sales fall, and the industry is going to have to come up with another way of distributing comics. And if that's digitally, I don't think there's a rationale for keeping a $4 or $5 price point on digital comics if there's no brick and mortar stores selling them anymore. So like, I'm wondering if worse comes to worse and things go digitally for new release comics going forward, I'm wondering if they're going to drop that price point, figure out what the physical price was for producing these books, and then figure out a price model that works, So I'm thinking like absolute worst case scenario, but I also agree with Trev. I think a lot of things were said as negotiation tactics. So I think that, I'm going to do this. And if you don't give me what I want, then it's going to happen, but we're going to find some kind of middle ground and figure some stuff out. So I'm wondering like how plausible this actually was to begin with, because, Canada's not the only country that's responding in this way. I mean, there's a bunch of other countries responding the exact same way.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, how do you feel about the health of the industry moving forward, though? You're a guy who's more in touch with his LCS than most of us. So, I mean, are you feeling good about things, or you like?
I mean, I have a local snapshot at least, right? So, like, my local snapshot is we don't have a lot of like, I don't know. I don't know if we have as many readers as I would like to see. We have a lot of customers, you know what I mean? But like, I think that in order to thrive and grow, you need people that are more passionate for the story and less passionate about the covers. And so I don't know. My local snapshot's kind of skewed. So I'm a story guy, not a cover guy. And so I like to reach out and try new things and try indies, but there's a lot of like, legacy buyers of certain runs and things like that are just going to pick those up regardless of who's on it and what the story's about. But if prices go up, I mean, yeah, you're going to price out the story lovers quickly at that point, so cuts to the poll list will definitely happen. And nobody wants to see that, but maybe it's the rise of the digital age if that actually happens, and who knows what that'll look like.
I like to comment. Actually, seeing people go to more physical media recently, like VHS, even records, people are starting to go back to that. I think that's positive for physical media for comics too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, that's the thing with digital, right? Like digital, you're not owning it.
You never own it.
You're owning it. You're not really owning it. You're just buying a license to access the material. It's never really yours. I mean,
there's ways around that though. There's ways you can blockchain it. I mean, there's things you could do to make you the owner of the thing.
Right, but like layman people.
I get it. Yeah. The 8-year-old going to the shop's not going to know how to use blockchain. Yeah, I get that. But
like the let's keep it real here. The rise of digital streaming only happened because people were too lazy to change the disc and the DVD player. let's be 100% real here. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't gotta
convenience won out over price.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this thank God that we have this hold. And I do agree with you guys. I think this is a total tactic. I think this is I don't think he, you know, he really wants to go through with this. I think he's just trying to scare everybody into lowering whatever he wants them to lower and do all that kind of stuff. But if something like that does go through, I think it could be super catastrophic on so many levels because we're dealing with the diamond bankruptcy, which has already caused domino effect kind of thing in the industry already. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just when you think about Diamond's role in distribution, they're not really shit, right? Like Penguin Random House, Lunar, that's where everybody gets the major stuff from anyway. They're just a third party guy. But just the fact that they have the little publishers, them going away, caused all this drama, all this problems where, you know what I'm saying? People had to shift around their shit. I mean, I don't know if you heard this, but IDW and Dark Horse just laid off a bunch of people.
Damn.
And I think this is in anticipation of what's going to happen. So if comic books went up $1, just $1 overnight, you'll have a lot of people priced out of this, right? Definitely children. Forget the kids; they're gone. We're trying to get the kids back in.
They're already gone. Let's be honest. There's nothing but 40-year-old dudes, 50-year-old dudes buying comics.
For sure gone, right?
I mean,
you got the guy who could only afford maybe $40 a week, and then you ask him to pay almost $60. He's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then the shops that rely on these pull lists and all this income, they're, you know, my guy is a little guy. He's gone. This will wipe him out in 2 months.
My shop's small. Yeah, very small.
Yeah. This will wipe him out in 2 months. And don't think it won't affect Marvel and it won't affect DC. It will absolutely affect them on a big scale too. I do agree with Trev when he says we're a little bloated at the moment when it comes to comic books. They really overdoing it. It's kind of a reckoning for them a little bit, I think, right? They should be a little more focused and not so goddamn like pouring 15 titles on the shelf like every week with 4 variants a piece on every goddamn title. Is just too much. Too much product. But yeah, man, I hope that this is just a tactic, because if it isn't, I mean, Diamond combined with price increase, I think physical media is for comic books is I mean, what incentive does anybody have to open up a shop at that point?
Yeah.
What incentive? Like, you know, we love comic books, but we want to make some money too. Right? We want to make a couple of beans. We got families to feed. We're doing this as a living. I mean, at what point does it become not feasible to open a hobby shop with these kind of prices? So,
and even if you think that you can build some kind of a publisher or whatever, or any kind of printing in America, then it's like it would take so much capital up front and so much change in the industry around it to provide all those goods and services and manpower. It'd be very difficult to match the current operational costs of a printing service in Canada. You know, like you said, now it's already more expensive in the United States. So it's not like someone can say, oh, well, okay, tariffs in place. In 5 years, I can have a building up and I can do it myself. It's like, no, the whole industry, the whole country around you has to change as well. Supply and everything like that. So, and there's not enough profit probably in it to make that even worthwhile to do. So,
yeah. And then like regular people, like, you know, people that are not as tuned in as we are, they get everything else digitally, music, movies, you know, everything's gone that way. So they'll just look at it as, it was bound to happen, even though we absolutely love our physical media.
They held on as long as they could.
Yeah. They're going to sit there. They're not going to cry for us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I hope that this is just a ploy, and I hope that we can get back on track and you know, whatever this guy wants, he gets, because I can't say bye to my comics. I love my comics, but let me see what the the chat has to say, because we got a couple of comments on this one. John Stout, I'm crushed now, Phil. She told me I was her one and only. Talking about Scarlet. They'll keep printing Batman books, so I'm good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Will back issues go up in price? Most certainly, because DVDs are up in price. Like Trevor was saying, vinyls and stuff like that. Those things cost money, man. So I think definitely back issues will go up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm all in favor of DIY print on demand model, but I have access to resources that others don't.
Yeah.
You know, stay tuned for the next subject because we're going to talk about that kind of model. China prints a lot of our trades. Yeah, that was another thing that I didn't touch on, but there's a 15% tariff imposed on China, which like the trades come from China. So
yeah, a lot of Kickstarters and stuff, and a lot of stuff does. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been an increase on that as well. If physical books go away and the industry goes 99% digital, the publishers will have cornered the market and will have no incentive to lower prices on books. This is true.
Yeah, maybe they'd have to fight the argument that we had earlier, which is like you don't have that physical item anymore, you know. So if it's going to switch to like a license kind of a thing where you don't actually own it, but you have a temporary license for it, they're gonna have to fight the public opinion about that, you know. So it's like, I don't know how much like a digital movie costs. Are they still like? Has anybody bought a digital movie?
They've gone up.
Yeah, they're still expensive.
They still expensive shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, like they are. Yeah. So what do? They say, yeah, it's $4, $3.99 for that book, $4.99 for DC card stocks. Okay. Well, shit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm already picking
card
up
stock.
Yeah.
Digital card stock.
Digital card stock.
I'm already picking up more trades and Kickstarters and less singles. If book prices go up, I'll pull less weekly books. There you go. That's an effect right there. There you go. I think LCSs are the reason prices have at least held the way it has. Yeah. I'm a polybag cover kind of guy. Station Omega Slice.
You can polybag your tablet.
I want the paper, not the digital. Yeah. No, agree.
Yeah.
Man. Wait, we can afford $40 a week? I can't. You can't.
Exactly.
Nightpan. I see what you're pulling. John is saying IDW is done. Damn.
They got that last Ronin money. They ain't going anywhere.
One shop I know stopped selling books and went straight to tabletop TGC stuff. I came up on lots of books for cheap though. Yeah.
I've seen that before too. Yeah.
All right, man. Let's move on to our last thing, and it has to do with what we were just talking about: publishers, distributor, Diamond Comics, all that stuff. As we were talking about last week about the bankruptcy from Diamond, we were wondering what would happen to small publishers, right? Because Diamond was their only outlet, and we even heard from some places like American Mythology and things like that. They were saying they wouldn't even survive the bankruptcy if that happened.
Right.
Well, Massive Publishing has joined up with Lunar Distribution to launch Massive Indies. The new company is a new sub-distribution initiative through Lunar for independent publishers and self-published studios to get their books onto comic shop shelves worldwide. This will be an open platform for submitting titles for consideration in the Massive Indie solicitations of the Lunar catalog. So Massive would have a section in the Lunar catalog, and it would be full of these titles. In other words, unlike the more common imprint model for publishers, this sub-distribution model will allow each publisher or studio to maintain their independence and control over their publishing line. Because, sometimes when they have to sign these exclusive deals with publishers, they got to give them a piece of the pie, when it comes to IP. Massive is prioritizing publishers affected by the recent news of Diamond Comic Distributors Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing, but it sees this as a possible game-changing process for creators to access the direct market without signing deals that compromise their intellectual property rights. These are some of the terms for soliciting the books to Massive. So if you're an independent publisher, this is what you got to do in order to get this done for your small publishing company. First of all, there's a $500 listing fee paid by the publisher or studio for each listing. So it's per listing, not cover. So in other words, if you have a book you're coming out with, you pay them $500 to list the book, and they'll list it for you, and it'll include the variants, right? You don't have to do 500 for each kind of book. It's just
it's
the title.
It's for the title itself, not
Right.
the variants and all the yeah.
Exactly. This is an advance on sub-distributors portion of the 15% distribution fee. So there's a 15% fee, and that $500 will be part of that 15% fee. That's the lunar distribution fee. Sub-distributors shall retain a distribution fee on cover price for floppy comics, trade paperbacks, graphic novels that are over 100 pages, mangas, and other book formats. Note, total 15% distribution fee with Lunar's own distribution fee paid by Massive. So that's what I was just saying. If you pay the $500, it goes towards your 15% fee from Lunar. Sub-distributor has the exclusive rights to list publisher studio's product at Lunar Distribution. Publisher studio has the sole responsibility of producing, printing, and shipping its titles to satisfy the purchase order provided by Lunar Distribution, which included a 5% overage and 5 copies of each issue's primary cover. Publisher studio may provide a maximum print run limit, but must make at least 500 copies available for order of its primary cover. So that's important there. If you're going to do this, you have to have 500 copies of your cover A at least. You have to have provide that. And what was the other thing? And you're responsible for shipping the books. Even though you're listing it on Lunar, you have to do everything. And you have to fulfill those orders. Publisher studio is responsible for adhering to all copyright and trademark laws, state and federal laws. Sub-distributor takes no legal liability for products listed on behalf of publisher studio. So if you screw up, you can't sue Lunar.
So wait, did you just say a minute ago that Lunar doesn't distribute the books? You would have to distribute your own titles?
That's what it says here. It says,
well, isn't that the whole point of distribution?
has the sole responsibility of producing, printing, and ship. Well, I guess it's to be in the catalog. I guess it's to be part of their whole thing. I don't know. Or, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
It sounds weird, but this is what it says. I'm copy paste whatever they said here for the thing. Publisher studio is responsible for all design elements of their titles. Massive's name and logo are not to be used on any digital or physical material without Massive's express written consent. Massive will begin soliciting products through Lunar Distribution in February. This little program doesn't seem like it's a good deal for like really tiny publishers, but like mid-tier publishers, it looks like it could work. I guess an American Mythology or a Vault Comics. Let's say if Vault wasn't signed right now, things like that. But at least this gives another outlet if you want to put your comic out there and get it distributed, or at least a chance to get it into comic shops, right? Without them having to go to your website or whatever and order whatever copies. You'll be in the Lunar catalog. So what do you guys think of this move by Lunar, opening this massive indie sub-distribution label? Nick, what do you think, brother?
I mean, we kind of assumed that with all this news about Diamond, that other things would start popping up. Some other people would try to fill that void, right? And this is just one of those examples. If you're somebody who's printing your own stuff on print on demand, or you're small enough to have been using another service or whatever, using Diamond, you're going to have to do a lot of cost comparison. You know what I mean? So to this model versus your alternatives. And I know there's a lot of print on demand services that are out there right now. I think they're all that are US based, even, that can handle volume, and you'd have to manage your own shipments and things like that. But yeah, you're talking about a lot of fees and costs and stuff like that.
My bad. I just wanted to clear up what you just asked earlier. If somebody orders something through the catalog, you have to provide it to Lunar. I guess that's what that means. What I was saying, like,
of course,
you don't have to ship it to the customers, but you're responsible to ship it to Lunar so that they can distribute it.
I think everyone. I mean, like, I don't know. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, isn't that how it always works? Like the publishers have to. The publishers are using a service to print and everything in all their books. Somebody educate me if I'm wrong, and then they're responsible of getting those items to the distribution centers, so the distribution centers can get into the shops and customers. Mm-hmm. So like, it's a fragmented system to begin with. So yeah, you got to get your stuff to the distribution center. I don't think the distribution centers historically have been printing books, so you have to get it to them. I could be wrong, but yeah, a lot of shops are gonna have to do a lot of research and try to figure out if this model will work for them. And I bet a lot of print on demand services are getting some phone calls right now and saying like, hey, I want to print a few hundred books and you can ship them to me because I have an at-home business that I can ship things out of, or we have a small office somewhere that we're trying to figure out how to operationalize better. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad it popped up. We knew it was going to happen, but there's a lot of fees and things that need to be considered when doing this. And the margins are short anyways, so I don't know if people can afford these little 15% there, whatever, $500 minimum here. That's a lot of money. It's cutting directly into your profit. But you have an opportunity to, distribute your book further than you could on your own. So you gotta weigh that as well.
Yeah, I mean, $500 is a lot, but you're only required to print 500 copies. Yeah. So it's not like you got to do 3,000 and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
What's your break even number though? Like that's my point. So like, I mean, it's not cheap to print books, and the more you print, it's a scale, right? So the more you print, the cheaper it gets. So if you're a small publisher, what do you hope to sell, and what do you need to sell to break even on that 15% or $500? If I have to sell 3,000 copies to break even, and I don't think I have a fan base that's going to want 3,000 copies, so I can't sell 3,000 copies to them. I'm going to be sitting on these books for 3 years and taking them to con after con after con. Like, those are all things you got to think about. I know some indie guys out there that I've been going to cons over and over and over again. I see the same book on the thing, and I'm like, man, we still got boxes of these things, I'm like, damn, that sucks, man. It's like, it's hard to get the word out and get people interested in your stuff. So now they have to take all this in consideration now. It's hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least it puts you in that catalog. And that might be worth it in itself, right? Sure. But Stu, what do you think about this sub-distribution model here?
I mean, I don't have much to add. It seems a little predatory to me, but I don't know. Just given their kind of history in the game too. But we'll see what happens. I'm glad that they're trying to provide an outlet for smaller publishers, but I guess time will tell.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It like I said, it doesn't seem like it's something that's feasible for a very small company, but for mid-tier company that, like Nick said, can guarantee 3,000 copies of something being sold, because that's usually what their numbers are anyway. It might be something for them, especially if Diamond goes bankrupt. I mean, before they had to sign exclusive deals with Diamond. Now they don't have to sign exclusive deals with anybody. They just got to pay a fee. They're in the catalog and they can be distributed. So, but Trev, what do you think about this, man? You think this is going to help small publishers?
Not too small. Like you were saying, the cost analysis, they put that $500 towards it, but it's also 15%. So yeah, they would have to print thousands of books for it to feasibly. So it's not really on a small scale. This kind of reminds me of the Image Comics whenever they first came about. Whenever Jim Lee had the Wildstorm label that was under Image, and it kind of reminds me of that. It kind of just seems like a marketing thing, like trying to get you out there to more people, as opposed to if you're on Kickstarter or something like that, you're more confined to your audience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But if you have a large audience, this seems like, I mean, a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I think it's a decent. I don't think it's the greatest deal in the world, but I do think it's better than signing because they get to keep their IP,
Right.
right? And if they believe they can, if they believe they can get their stuff into comic book shops, and that's what they truly want as a company, then this is just another route to go to do it. Because right now there isn't any other route. If these guys go bankrupt and they close down, like we said earlier, Lunar and Penguin and all those guys, they're not looking to pick up the little guys. They already got enough on their plate. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
My LCS has been complaining about Diamond for the past 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. I think they're going to be happy to see them go.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, let's see what the chat said. Massive and Whatnot are technically separate companies and only partners. Massive said that small press can still print their own books, but if they need help, they can work with printers too. There you go. It's difficult to see the real incentive for small publishers besides being tossed in the back of some catalog. I agree with that, but I guess being in that catalog really means something. That's my opinion. I mean,
I would like to know how many orders per se come out of the catalog and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. The only reason I say this is we were talking about this with physical media, convenience factor. These guys don't want to be on 7 different websites ordering books. You know what I'm saying? Like a Keen Spot with Mark Spears. Who distributes Keen Spot? That's got to be Diamond, right?
I don't know. Probably. I don't. I can't even remember.
But
nobody orders Keen Spot at my shop, so yeah, I don't know.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like now, it's become some kind of collector's thing. There's a dramatic increase in demand for that book. Being in the Diamond catalog makes it so much easier to get a Keen Spot Mark Spears book in your comic book shop.
Yeah.
So it might be worth it. Hey, James is in the house. Hey,
what's up, James?
How are you?
James, what up, bro?
Evening, gentlemen. Late to the show, but happy I'm here. What are we blaming Phable tonight? Tariffs, pretty cool Fantastic Four trailer, not so exciting Jurassic World trailer. And now, a new distribution model. So we'll see. Good evening, by the way. Oh, yeah. Station, guys. All right, man. That ends the news portion of the show. But don't go nowhere because now my favorite part of the show is about to start. Let's get to the blaming.
Why don't I own this? Why don't I own this?
All right, guys. So it's time for the blaming. Of course, the blaming is a glorified show and tell. We call it the blaming because you might see something we show off here, and once you see it, you're like, God damn it, Trev. Why did you show off that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Naruto book? Now I gotta go get that damn variant. I didn't even know they had that variant. It's all your fault, Trev. I blame you. And you know what? I'm gonna start off with our guest of honor tonight. Trev, what do you have for the blaming?
I brought a few things that kind of define my collecting. I'm mainly a DC collector, so I brought some other stuff besides. Well, we got one DC. Got some Tyler Kirkham.
Oh, Kirkman, yeah.
Nice.
And I love me some Battle Beast.
Those are sick.
Hell yeah.
I'm invincible.
Are you excited for the new series coming up?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
My first love is Robotech.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Macross #1.
That's cool. I've never seen that. That's awesome.
Favorite artist is Jim Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Trev, did you know that the guy who designed Macross and Robotech designed the Transformers? The same guy?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh yeah.
Dude, 6 second. That's an awesome second print.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah! That it's a mail away is what this one was.
Oh, a mail away, dude. You don't see
Really?
that.
That's
silver
why it's so
background a
rare.
lot.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite stories since coming back is Do a Power Bomb.
Hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I've never seen that cover either for it. That's awesome.
Ivan Tao. Variant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love me some Strange Academy. I just got this from Nick's Kicks and Comics.
Wow.
The greatest Nick from the brightest universe.
That's awesome. Scotty Young, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
My favorite character in all the comics is Dr. Aphra.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll show off. This is a sketch cover done by Tom Amici, who actually draws all the Star Wars cards.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Oh,
So I was lucky to get a sketch.
That is awesome.
That's awesome. Did you get that raw and or graded and then or did
No.
you get it graded?
No, he was drawing it and he sent it in to get graded and then
Oh, sweet.
got it back, and I was lucky to be the first person to claim it.
That's cool. Yeah.
And a couple of statues I just recently got this in the other day. Wonder Woman,
Nice.
Yeah, that's badass.
Jim Lee,
Mm-hmm.
Todd McFarlane. I got these at GameStop.
Oh,
right.
wow. Oh, okay. That's a DC. Oh, I got you. Nice.
And I love G.I. Joe. My favorite G.I. Joe characters, Storm Shadow.
Storm Shadow. Nice.
Best friend just gave me this.
That's cool.
That's awesome, dude.
And I guess I can show one of my other favorite cover artists is Jenny Frizen. This came out this week.
Yes, sir.
Everybody forgets the third nipple. Everybody covers the two front nipples. They forget the third
The third nipple. Where's the third nipple?
Right above her hand, dude. Look.
Yeah, the demon.
Oh, the demon.
On the right, on your right. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love that cover.
Hashtag Prison Friday.
Hell yeah.
That's all I brought to.
That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah,
bro.
dude. Hell yeah. All right, Scotty.
Oh,
should I call Scotty?
Scotty?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get more.
Thanks, my brother. What do you got for the blaming?
All right. Let's see. Show off a hardcover collected edition I picked up this past week. This is Massimo Mattioli's Joe Galaxy collected edition.
Yeah.
Space Wonders and Horrors. This is from Fantagraphics.
Mhm.
In a galaxy far, far away, swashbuckling space adventurer Joe Galaxy is out raising hell, whether smuggling contraband, alien porn, cheating at interstellar poker with bug-eyed monsters, or contending with the wicked lizards of Callisto. Anyways, pretty cool. Really cool shit.
And you got all the nipples, man. I'm proud.
3 nipples. That one too.
All right, there's a theme tonight.
And also, a friend of mine, my buddy Ben, over at Spread Love Comics Publications, he released awesome new comic this past month, and I recently got a couple in the mail. I'm going to put one in my channel member box. But
nice.
Almost human anthropomorphic funnies, and this book is awesome. You can find these at, I think it's spreadlovezine.com. That's where you can find these, and they are awesome. It's an all-star roster. Excuse me, I'm just getting over being sick, y'all. It's got a Dexter, Cockburn, Zappinator, Milton Knight, Peter Bagg. It's just an all-star lineup of cartoonists.
Wow.
But dude, this book is so good. I just
That's awesome. That back.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I wanted to show it off though, because it's fantastic. It's a weird format because it's an underground comic.
Yeah.
But let's see. Here's some Milton Knight.
It's not like a 6x8 or whatever. Yeah.
Oh wow. No, look at that.
That's awesome.
Let's see.
Pouring out of her shirt there. I love it.
It's really, really good. Here's Dexter Cockburn right here.
That's nice.
That's great. Yeah.
But this is really, really well put together. It's a really big book. Peter Bagg right here on the So there's Peter Bag right there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, just highly recommend this. Wanted to show it off. Spreadlovezine.com and go follow Ben on IG. Spreadlovezine on IG. And you can pick up all kinds of really cool stuff through him. But that's what I got to show off. It's all this good stuff right here.
That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
In Bloom, here's a new book. That's good. In Bloom from Boom Studios. That's been a fun read. Issue 2. I read it last night, and it's really interesting. I'm liking it.
Yeah, Nick just shared the link over there to Spread Love Zine. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's doing good work. He really is.
Absolutely. All right. Stu, my brother, what do you got for the Blame?
Just trying to fill out this Grant Morrison Doom Patrol run.
Nice.
Simon Bisley covers.
Nice. Oh, I love Simon Bisley so much.
Oh man, nobody beats the Biz.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those are awesome.
Hair. That's awesome. Yeah.
And then I love the Kari Andrews. I've been trying to get all these Incredible Hulk ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, like bit by bit. Some Alex Ross. Astro City #1.
Nice.
I saw this Andy Kubert black and white Batman I had to get.
Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah.
And King of Spies #1. I just love this Urello cover. This series slept on, by the way.
King of Spies is great.
Yeah, Mark Millar and Mateo Scalara.
Yeah,
that's it for me.
That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. I love Simon Bisley so much, man. So happy that he's getting like so much love these days, especially that Lobo cover, the one where he's got like Lobo's a girl, he's got one big arm and one small arm. That's like one of my favorite freaking covers. That was one of the first DC comic books I ever bought, was a Lobo book. So I always have love for
You're talking about the penis elbow?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nick.
Yeah.
What you got for the Blaming Girl?
My wife bought me for Christmas. She got this like Jurassic Park welcome kit. I'm trying to keep it topical. So it's a tin can, but it's got like all this stuff. It's got like a lanyard. It's got a VIP visitor pass. It's got like some postcards and stuff for like, this is supposed to be like if you went to the island for real. You know what I mean? It comes with patches and pins, and here's the night vision goggles safety instruction book. You know what I mean? So it's got all these cool things, and then of course it has the when dinosaurs ruled the earth, the banner.
Nice.
You know, so there's that whole thing going on. I need to
you gotta hang that up, bro.
I was just thinking that. I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second.
You let it fall behind you and you like roar into the sky like
it didn't work. Let me put all this crap away. All right. First appearance of Robbie on a freaking comic, right?
What?
Reanimator?
When did that come out?
Oh, this was a Colin Bunn Kickstarter from like 15 years ago that just got delivered. So
shit.
There's our boy as the Reanimator. Zombified Robbie. So there he is there. That came in probably a month ago, but I've been sitting on this unboxing. Scotty and others, you'll like this one. So we got third print of Zap Comics #1.
Oh wow!
Some Crom action right there.
That's nice.
My shop got in the second print and the third print, and I had a great time differentiating the two.
I bet it was tough. Some of
trying
those
to figure. Yeah, there's like 10 prints of this damn book, and most of them are pretty obvious. There's a price difference. There's a 35-cent price difference. There's also a color difference. But the third print is where they started trimming it too. So the second print and the first print are wider. They have a white border that actually goes around it. So they kind of like, not like TMNT'd it, but same kind of a thing. So side by side, there's a size difference with that as well. So yeah, got a Zap Comics #1.
That's
third
awesome,
print right there to the collection.
That's dope.
Yeah, that was, and there's the third print's really affordable. So like second print is when it starts getting a little bit unreasonable. Keeping up with the news, Fantastic Four full circle, Alex Ross hardcover.
Yes.
Oh,
Guys, if you
Yeah.
haven't checked this story out and you're into the Fantastic Four, definitely check this out. Interiors as well from Alex Ross. Like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, like, it's absolutely incredible.
I know.
What goes on inside this.
I
book.
love this
So,
Annihilus eating the bugs in that one. It's like one of
It's
my
just so
favorite
good.
pages ever. Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with the Fantastic Four, this is a cool place to jump in. You might miss a couple things here and there, but it's a great like representation of the team, I think. That might be good. And I don't know if did I show these Fourth World Kirby omnibuses off? I don't know if I did.
We'll make sure it's 62.
Probably
We'll
not,
make
yeah.
sure.
But I got volume 1 and 2 of these Kirby Fourth World books from
Dang.
there's a place in Nashville called McKay's used bookstore. It might be around. McKay's
We
is
have them
insane.
here.
Yeah,
They're
but
all-
yeah. And I go there probably like once every 6 months or so and trade in a bunch of stuff. And so I found this volume here, and I got the blue volume as well. So one of these is first, and one of these is second. They come with these amazing slipcases
Those
too.
are
So like
Wow.
Covers are so sick.
they're incredible, and they were like less than half cover price. Like so it's really incredible. So I have a lot of back issues to read, and then I got these bad boys on my list as well now. So
Well, Nick, be prepared to pay 15% more for them, okay?
I got them right here. What are you talking about?
What's the retail on those? Like 150?
I think it's on the slipcase. You might not be that far off. 150 for retail on these, and I got them for $50 a piece.
Wow.
So I was really. I think on Amazon they're maybe like, I think it's like 110 and 120 on Amazon. So you get a little bit of a discount there if you're looking at them. So, but they are in freaking like brand new condition. There's nothing wrong with them besides me like drooling over them and flipping through them constantly.
Oh, it's a mother box. That's such a sick design.
A mother box.
Hell yeah,
Bobby coming in clutch.
that's so sick.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that's my blaming for right now.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So I guess I'll close out the show. You guys know I do a little thing called Figgy Friday, right? And I got a massive Figgy haul this week. So I'll start off with some Transformers. Start off with this guy.
Ooh.
This guy's name is Ape Link. If you guys saw the Rise of the Beast Transformers movie, this is the guy that was in charge of the Maximals before Optimus Primal. And he like gets killed in like the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Did you say Abe Lincoln? What did you say?
Ape Link. Yeah, Ape Link.
Oh, no.
And you know,
He does
luckily
kind of have
for
the
me-
beard with that jaw.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, he doesn't have any nipples that I have to cover up. So
Aw.
yeah, Ape Link from
That's cool.
Rise of the Beast. Yeah.
Or Jurassic World Rebirth. It could be either one.
Now this one's
Yeah,
really
he's the
cool.
Rancor.
Yeah.
This one's really cool. Continue on with my little Transformers haul. So back in the days when they made Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper, I don't know if you remember, but they were these small little cars, and you would be able to, the snapback motion where you
Mm-hmm.
pull them back and let them go, and they go by themselves and stuff like that.
Sure.
Well, that's how Bumblebee used to be back in the days. It was just this tiny car. But if you know anything about Transformers, you know that the old ones have no articulation whatsoever. They used to, they just were bricks, right? You fold out the leg, fold out the arm, and that's it. They didn't move. Well, Takara did an awesome thing, and they went back to the well, and they redid the original toys. But now
Wow.
they have articulation. So they have
Wow.
knee bend, ankle bend. Here's a little picture of them on the top. And I
cool.
also got Cliff Jumper. So these are like reprints, but also redesigns of the old 1985 Transformers, man, the original
It's great
snapbacks.
box art too. Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Japanese stuff.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Really cool. Really cool. Look how tiny this shit is too, man. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, love having these. These are awesome. Love that Hasbro's doing that. All right. Blame Scotty. I showed this off on his show, but I didn't ever get a chance to show it off here. But I've been been falling off the Marvel Legends ledge here a little bit because of
Oh boy.
because of certain people in the community. Let's just say that. So I ended up picking up the Deadpool Wolverine because I think everybody needs a little bit of Hugh Jackman on their shelf. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but
That's funny.
you know, if I went that way, hello nurse, man, hello nurse, yeah.
Good one.
Hugh
Good
Jackman on the shelf.
Mm.
Yeah. Picked up this little guy. I know some people don't really care for him too much, but you know, when I saw that they made a Marvel Legends out of him, I said, no, let me get him because I don't think they're gonna make too many of these guys. But I got the Spider-Boy,
Dude.
man.
Yeah, Spider-Boy, sure.
Well, that's Spider-Boy.
It's Bailey Briggs, right? That's his name?
Yeah, Bailey.
Bailey Briggs, man. So yeah, he's cool. He's cool. I like his sneakers. I like his kicks.
It's
That's
a
what made
cool
me
little
get it.
figure, man. I like him. He's got the little backpack, the fang.
Got that. And also, when I saw that these guys were coming out, I figured, you know, I need these guys. I love Marvel so much. I need a representation of these guys. I already did my X-Men thing. Like I got most of the X-Men I want. But one guy I wanted for my shelf was Black Suit Spider-Man, man.
Classic.
Symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah. Had to have a Black Suit Spider-Man. And dude, these card backs are fucking huge. Like, what the hell?
They look good. Yeah.
Did they get bigger
I hated
or
to
something?
open mine, man. I hated it because the cards look so good.
Yeah, these are awesome, dude. So yeah, Black Suit Spider-Man. And man, I never really had a good tan and brown Wolverine. Well, they came out with the Secret Wars tan and brown Wolverine, and I'm like, oh yeah, baby. I need this in my life, and I got it. So I'm happy. So now I have tan and brown Wolverine. I have yellow and black Wolverine. I have Patch Wolverine, the one where he's with Hulk.
Oh, nice.
Patch. I have that Wolverine, and I think I have. Oh yes, and I have the X-Men 275. So the X costume Wolverine. You know the costumes they wear on that Jim Lee cover. So I have all four Wolverines, all four versions that
Don't you have Helverine as well?
And I have Helverine. Yeah. So yeah, who's the biggest Wolverine fan now, huh? And last but not least, I wasn't on the show, but have you guys heard of The Experience? Dynamic Forces. They do a live show. Our boy Robbie, he rocks over there, and they do live claim sales. I believe every Monday. I'm not 100% sure. And I went in there, of course, to support our boy Robbie, also to support our boy Spilio, who's part of the PCP Army Bad Batch as well, and our boy Hydra Asylum Comics. I love those guys. Those guys are good friends of mine. So I pop in there. I'm not a live sale guy. I'm not a claim sale guy. But I pop in there to support them or whatever. And I'm in the chat and I'm, talking whatever. And Spilio's in the chat and they show this cover. And Spilio goes out of nowhere. He says, "Hey, Phable, what do you think about this cover?" I said, "Well, it's absolutely gorgeous." And he says, "I claimed this cover for you, Phable." And he freaking bought the book for me. So I just wanted to show off the book that he bought for me. This is Justice League No Justice #1. And
it's a sketch cover.
Yeah, totally original art by Jessica Court. Who was not on my radar, but
that's awesome.
Now on my radar, man. So thank you, Spilio, man. That was awesome.
That's great, man.
Comes a little certificate from Dynamic Forces and all that. So just to show off a comic book at least, man. Fucking toys. Blame Scotty. Thank you, Spilio, for
who's the artist?
Jessica Court. Jessica Court. Yeah. I looked her up on IG. I can't find her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you go to the Experience or Dynamic Forces, you will find them, and then they have a bunch of the artist covers that they do. So Jessica Court got a couple on there. They do things with Ken Hazer. I don't know if you know who Ken Hazer is. He does
Oh yeah, he's
a lot
awesome.
of stuff. Yeah, for them. So yeah, that's my blaming, guys. Oh yeah,
That was great.
Awesome.
yeah. Thanks
Oh, yeah.
everybody. That's the end of the show. Thanks for everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you guys on the panel. Before we get out of here, I'm just gonna let everybody know where they're gonna be. So yeah, hold on. Let me just get to the chat. I'm like a Laker fan. Get here late, leave early. Thanks for the stream, Phable Station. Thanks for those are nice figures. Oh yeah. All right. Oh, who else jumped in here? Hey, Collector P, how are you? Station.
What's up?
Oh yeah, thanks for hanging with us. All right, so Trev, man, finally we got to do a stream together after I don't know how long of us talking about it. Let the people know where they can find you, what you got coming up.
I appreciate you. Had a fun time. I just do one stream a week. I don't really put out any content anymore. I just do my Wednesday lives, 4:00 Central Time, open panel. Anybody can come on, hang out, talk about their week, and show off what they got.
Oh yeah. One day when I'm free, I'm definitely gonna take you up on that. I gotta hit up one of your streams at least this year. Jesus, at least this year, Phable. But Trev, thanks for joining us tonight, man. You're awesome.
Thank
dude.
you, brother.
Great community member. Everybody go sub up Trev. If you haven't already subbed up Trev, follow him on Instagram. He's one of the best community members out there. Like I said, always with a Figgy Friday, always with a Creative System Saturday, always supporting. So yeah, this was a long time coming for me. But Scotty, what do you got coming up, brother?
See, I dropped a video this past Wednesday. I drop videos every Wednesday on a different creator, and this week it was Barry Blair and Leather and Lace, which is Aircell Comics, Canadian imprint. So go check that out if you want to, and also check out my buddy's comic, Almost Human, Anthropomorphic Funnies. It's awesome. It's spreadlovezine.com. Go check it out. It's really cool.
Yeah, I definitely did not have the tab open staring at the whole website and all the different offerings they had for the last 20 minutes going like, no, I can't do it right now.
You got some really cool stuff up there. Yes.
They certainly do.
This is just the newest one, but there's
As soon as you showed that book, I knew you had Nick. I knew you had him.
Like, damn it.
Nick is going to blame him. All right. Stu, what you got coming up?
Yeah, man. Every Wednesday, Ink and Insights with my boy E, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And surrounded by short boxes, dropping every week. Spotlight on my favorite back issues and what I love about them so much. And I'll be on Blood Splatter Chatter every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, but with Verno and Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. Thanks for joining me as always, Stu.
Of course.
Love having your insight, especially with this Fantastic Four trailer. I was like, I wonder what Stu, Dr. Doom's fan club, has to say about this.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Scotty's cool. Get well soon, my friend. Oh yeah.
Thanks, bro. I'm almost better. I'm still stopped up.
Oh yeah. Nick, my bro.
Yeah.
My ace. What you got coming up, bro?
Just the normal weekly stuff on Wednesdays, new release comics, haul videos on Wednesdays, Nick at Night weekly comic book review show on Saturday nights. You can check that out 7 p.m. Central Time. We did the best books of the month over at Pop Culture Philosophers the other week as well, so you can check out what we thought were the best books of the month. Did the new comic or the monthly comic book look ahead a couple Sundays ago, last Sunday, so you can check out what books are going to be coming out on in February, and what the chat and what myself are looking forward to the most. Yeah, man, just hanging out here Friday nights with you and having a good time. And thanks again to everybody who participated in C3, the event that we had last week. Amazing turnout yet again. So again, just thanks everyone for doing that. Thanks for Phable for hosting us and everything and being so cool about that. And just everybody, coming out and supporting a great cause. So yeah, appreciate you guys.
Oh yeah. Nick, love you, bro.
Oh,
and Stu's cool. Stu's cool. Oh man. For me, I think I'm almost positive I'm going to be on Verno Blood Splatter Chatter's channel this Sunday. to talk about the Masters of Horror episodes 3 and 4. Not 100% sure, but check that out. If you're not following Blood Splatter Chatter, go check him out. He does horror movie reviews and top 10s on horror movies and stuff like that. Great channel if you're into horror movies. Blood Splatter Chatter. Yeah, I think I'm going to be there this Sunday. And of course, like Trev, I only do one show a week. It's this show, the all new, all different Blamephable show. We'll be back next Friday. And next Friday, guys, I got another surprise guest for y'all. Another one. But I'm going to keep hush. I'll keep that one under my hat until next Friday. So, guys, you know how we end this thing? Oh, wait a minute. One of our friends just came in. Sleepy Reader 666 in the building. Did I come in at the end again?
Nah, we got to start over. I'll get the slides back.
Oh, man. Station Sleepy, thanks for hanging out.
What's up, Damien?
A few minutes at the end here. But yeah, you know how I end this show? Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Station, y'all.
Station, guys.
The Peach Memo Go.